let me welcome Sharad Mishra, the partner at Sharad Mishra and Associates. Sharad, good morning and welcome to the show. First question, let's talk about the index. What are the trends on Nifty and Bank Nifty?
Good morning, Piyush. See, since June actually, some 13th of June onwards, 11,930 from which Nifty had fallen, that has become very strong resistance, and I have been consistently sharing in this show that 11,880, 11,930 Nifty spot is a very strong resistance, and Nifty is not able to breach that. However, we have seen good support from HDFC Limited, HDFC Bank, Reliance is also kind of supporting, but it is not able to breach that level. If you look at the option chain for tomorrow's expiry, 11,800, some 30 lakh contracts, good build up. So 11,800 is a very strong support now. But if you look at 11,950, 12,000, then good write up is happening in 11,950, 12,000 calls, some 34 lakh calls in 12,000, some 17 lakh calls in 11,950. Good writing is happening. Day before yesterday on Monday, I had shared that 11,780 Nifty spot is a very strong support, and one must buy for any retracement on Monday or Tuesday towards 11,820, 11,850 or so. So yesterday that has triggered. In Bank Nifty, I had said that 31,000 is a very strong support, so any retracements toward 31,200 or to 300 should be bought into. And that has paid also, that particular trade. And for that, for Nifty, my target was 11,200, 12,000, 11,980 to 12,100. And for Bank Nifty, it was 31,690 or so. But now, currently, I will be a seller in Nifty and Bank Nifty. So I want any bounce, any movement in Nifty to sell, and any movement in Bank Nifty to sell. I would like to sell Nifty at 12,030 level or so with a stop loss of 12,100 for a target of 11,180, and I would like to sell Nifty, Bank Nifty at 31,690 or so with a stop loss of 31,930 for a target of 31,440 or so.
Right. So let me read between the lines and let me tell our viewers what Sharad is definitely saying again. He is expecting an upward move again both in Nifty and Bank Nifty first. So Nifty, the sell again is getting triggered at almost 70 points higher, 70 to 80 points higher from where it is trading right now. So that's almost a 0.7% rally at least happening there. Bank Nifty again, the sell is going to get triggered. What Sharad just said is almost going to happen at 220 points higher than where it's trading right now. So a 200-point rally is something which Sharad is expecting first, and then after that again it looks good again for shorting activity. So that's what happening for both Nifty and Bank Nifty futures. Sharad, will that also imply that in option activity also you can safely write out of the money calls once again that upward move can happen?
Definitely. I say that 31,700 is a very strong strike. 31,600 is some 8 lakh contracts, 31,500. So good call writing had happened at that level, that will lead you a good profit.
Okay, so that's the word on index, and now let's talk about stock strategies also. Which stocks you like to share in terms of strategies?
See, I have two stocks with me. First one is Pidilite. Pidilite, we have seen that the stock has actually given a good consolidation on the downside. Since 11th of June or so, it is actually in a downtrend. It has taken support from a very good level of 1200 or so, which is actually a good Fibonacci support on monthly charts. And on the upside, I think that it can go up to 1280 odd level. Yes, there is some resistance as 1250, 1240, 1250 or so, there is some resistance, but then with a stop loss of 1200, 1205 or so, a long can be initiated in Pidilite, and we might see soon a level of 1260, 1280 or so coming. However, the good resistance remains at 1240 to 1250.
Okay, that's on Pidilite. Second stock, Wipro. Sharad, where you have a long strategy on the stock. What's the rationale? How's it looking to you?
See, Wipro has made a double bottom actually on charts at a level of 280 or so. So it has made on 27th of May, and yesterday again 20th of June again it made a low of some 280 or so. It is bouncing back, and I think that with a stop loss 280 or so, a long can be created. Yes, there is some resistance for the stock at a level of 280 or so. and that is the level I would like that one must be cautious, but a target of 290 or so might come in Wipro soon, with a stop loss of 280.
Okay, so these are the two stocks where Sharad again has the combination of strategies, and both are long strategies, both Pidilite and Wipro. There are a couple of more stocks, and we should be discussing that with Sharad here. So, stocks again like Larsen Toubro, that stock again is seeing some interesting activity. The build up in the open interest again is slightly around 1 to 2%, so that is still at the lower end. But and that's the stock for you again. Even if you flip the chart into a almost 3-month or 1-month chart, that will tell you very range bound activity between 1500 and 1600 rupees again. But the June quarter has shown some strong order inflow. So fundamental tailwinds actually are propelling the stock, and there has been some gradual accumulation happening in the last few sessions here. It's a budget event also. Normally allocation to roads and infra is going to trigger the stock activity also, and that's why we are seeing some build up happening in the last almost few sessions here, and that curve tells you again the stock is busy at present. And there's also sort of higher out of the money activity happening for Larsen Toubro. So Sharad, one word on L&T, how's the stock looking to you, and is there some relative margin of safety where one can create position?
Yeah, Piyush, L&T is looking very good. Since 27th of May, it was actually consolidating. But now I see that there's some build-up happening in the stock. Capital goods, Siemens sector has performed really well. Now L&T is coming out of the consolidation, and it has given a breakout of a zone above 515.60 odd level, which is a very strong resistance. And I see that the stock on the upside can go up to 1630. Since it has consolidated for 18 days or so on the downside, so there are longer targets on a multi-month basis. It can go up to 1850, but the near-term resistance comes at 1620 or so. So a long can be created with a stop loss of 1560, and we might see that in few days due to perhaps this budget and all. So 1620 might be achieved in this stock soon.
Right, so 1620, that's something again could be coming by. And second stock, Bajaj Finance, let's bring that counter. Also a stock again where still open interest addition is relatively again happening at a higher pace here. That's Bajaj Finance for you, has been outperforming. Again, even if you flip the chart over 1 month, again, what the interesting point here is, one is July futures seeing long build up. Second, again, on the call activity, there is a sort of a shift from 3700 call to 3800 call, which is happening now. So you're talking about the range expansion of 3600 put to 3800 call now. So again, that's a 200 point range again, which is expanding now. There is an upward expansion happening. Now, Sharad, the same question. Bajaj Finance, is there a sort of opportunity to create long position here?
Yeah, Piyush, you said rightly, some call writing is happening at 3900 and 3800 or so, and some put writing, strong put writing is happening at 3700 or so, so good support is building up. On 27th of June, I had given a buy in this particular stock at a level of some 3650 also. Today target is achieved. It is giving a breakout of this zone. The target which I have given was 3700, 3720 or so, and it is giving a breakout of this zone now. So I think that the next level for the stock will be 3750 to 3760. So yes, one caveat is that I am giving a sell in Nifty. So L&T and Bajaj Finance sector, one must be very cautious, because if these levels are not met till Nifty touching 12,030 or so, one must be cautious and try to book profit. But in Bajaj Finance, I see that 3750, 3760 is imminent, and with a stop loss of 3700, we might enter into a long trade.
Right, important point again. So watch out for the index level also, as again the index stocks they could start again following up the sentiment. But Bajaj Finance, as L&T had a strong order inflow for June quarter, Bajaj Finance again has a strong tailwind of strong consumer durable number again for the June quarter, and that again could also trigger a strong financing requirement again. So perhaps traders are playing for that, and also again playing on the sentiment around the budget. So not the FinServ, but Bajaj Finance again. So Bajaj Finance, L&T, those are two stocks really in action. But apart from that, real estate stocks, we again talked about it at the beginning of the show, and those stocks are buzzing. Bangalore and Mumbai based, Prestige and Brigade are two examples. We're talking about both again Bangalore based stocks. Sharad, coming back to you, Prestige, how's the counter looking? Both Prestige Brigade are showing some interesting accumulation. One is showing a sort of range breakout, another one again is showing a sort of a good bullish accumulation. Which stocks perhaps you are going to be more comfortable?
See, Prestige estate projects, I was looking at the charts, good structure, very positive structure of the chart. And yes, it was consolidating for whole of the June. It has given a breakout of the zone. at a level of some 280, 80, 86 or so. And I think that this breakout of 280 is very important Fibonacci cluster breakout, and the stock might go up to 303 to 306 soon. With a stop loss of 280, a long can be created for a target of 303 and 306. So this target you might see in few days.
Right, again, so that's the reality space. Let's draw 1 month chart and see again how Prestige and Brigade actually are looking like for the 1 month. It's a budget week. Real estate normally again starts outperforming. There's a lot of sentimental driven rally also into those stocks. That's again a straight, almost a vertical rally happening, 8% for Brigade. Let's flip it into a Prestige 1 month chart and see again how Prestige has done relatively well, again almost 0.5%. So there is an underperformance in same Bangalore pocket again, and Sharad was talking about Prestige looking good. So again, even if you wanted to see again relative sort of comparison, Prestige again basically has done far less compared to Brigade. So that's something perhaps which could be interesting here. But broadly again, we talked about a couple of indices. Sharad, one last question, quick question before again we take a break. Amongst all the stocks we've talked about, if you wanted to pick any one stock, if I just wanted to have a priority here, which that one stock is going to be?
Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance is a very strong structure actually, very good company, and the structure of the stock is very good. And any kind of retracement in Nifty, since Nifty is actually the short term trend might be negative, but the long term Nifty is positive. So if one wants to create a long in Bajaj Finance, this is the least risk, the very good risk reward ratio. The downside is limited. That is why Bajaj Finance is the best bet among all three.